What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another transfer update video. Don't forget, today's video is sponsored by OneFootball. They've sponsored this tour of the US on my channel. Really appreciate their support. Don't forget to download the app. It's completely free. It's one of the best football apps going. The link is in the description below. The QR code is in the top corner. Big up to OneFootball for all their support. Shaw on tour business. Wow. What a night last night at the SoFi Stadium. Arsenal against Barcelona, and Arsenal coming out victorious with a 5-3 win. The atmosphere inside the stadium was absolutely fantastic last night, and it was far from a friendly. We actually called it an unfriendly because some of the challenges that were going in that game were outrageous, and Araujo in particular made two challenges, one on Kai Havertz and one on Gabriel Jesus. I think in the Champions League, and with VAR and slow-mos and all that, I think he gets sent off for one of them at least, or potentially gets 2 yellow cards and gets sent off. The ref only somehow gave him 1 yellow card, which was quite incredible. But it was a fantastic game. I have to admit, that Man United game really annoyed me at the weekend because of how flat we are. But we got the response we were looking for. They were at it. It felt like an actual, like a cup game, like a Champions League game or something. The intensity of it was really high. And I thought Arsenal were fantastic. Now, if we're going to pinpoint little things, we're conceding goals we shouldn't be conceding. There's no way we should have conceded 3 goals last night. Sloppy error from Odegaard. He also turned his back for the free kick. Turned to the side. It deflected off him and beat Ramsdale into the corner. There was also a slip on the 3rd goal as well in the build-up to that. But let's look at the positives. You'd have offered me a 5-3 win before kickoff. I would have taken it. And some of the goals we scored last night were superb. Saka last night was absolutely destroying Alonso. I've never rated Alonso, to be honest, and Saka had him on absolute toast. The only thing you'll say with Saka, scored an excellent goal, should have scored the penalty, of course. He missed the penalty. I'd give him the next penalty, but you've got to start saying, maybe, is there a better penalty taker in the team? I don't know. I would imagine Jorginho might be the best penalty taker, but he doesn't start every week, so you can't really get him on penalties yet. But Saka's got to start scoring. He does score most of his penalties. It's just disappointing that he missed the target, and he did that against West Ham, obviously, in the league last season, but he was magnificent against Alonso. Gabriel Jesus, for me, the unsung hero of last night. As a striker, sometimes you don't get the credit if you don't score, but he was magnificent last night. And Leandro Trossard, who got man of the match, scored 2 goals. That is the best performance I've seen from him in an Arsenal shirt. He was that good that, you know, nobody was actually thinking get Martinelli on the pitch who was on the bench. He was outstanding last night. Thomas Partey, stark reminder why he is the best midfielder at the club currently. We haven't seen enough of Declan Rice to know if he's better. Partey has to stay. Looks like he is staying. He was superb. Jurriën Timber, I mean, this guy is a tank. Left back last night, up against Rafinha, pockets him. Too strong, too quick, too aggressive. Fantastic. It looks like we've signed an absolute gem there. And as I want to give a shout out to 2 other players, and I did this on the fan cam. Kai Havertz, good performance, got clattered in the first half, got up, got on with it, more intensity, worked defensively, gets a good goal at the back post. And Fabio Vieira, you know, fantastic curling finish into the top corner after missing that penalty against Man United. That is the way to bounce back. The whole squad has to pull in the right direction. Cut out those defensive errors and we're good, because we look fantastic going forward. Now, I have to say, from a personal point of view, yesterday was one of the best experiences I've ever had as an Arsenal fan in terms of, you know, the access and some of the stuff, literally pitch side. And before the game, I had a quick chat with the $100 million man, Declan Rice. So if you're wondering why I had the high-vis bib on at certain times, when you're pitch side and you're taking pictures and stuff, photography, you have to wear the high-vis. Doesn't help from a fashion point of view. But I had a quick chat with Declan Rice. He confirmed before the game that he was out with a sore calf. He'd got a kick in training, nothing serious. And I said, you know, welcome to the club. I'm glad that you've signed for us. He said he loves it here already. Took a quick picture with him and stuff like that. So, listen, it was amazing. Big up Declan Rice. Had a good chat with him. And after the game, didn't get to interview anyone, unfortunately, because the game was delayed by 30 minutes. Which meant the Arsenal team were in a mad rush because they actually flew back to the UK last night. They were going straight after the game. So there was minimal opportunity to interview players, unfortunately. But, you know, I've got some more content that's going to come out over the next few days in the vlogs that I'm going to put out. Like I said, literally pitch side at kickoff when the players were lining up. Unbelievable experience. Absolutely incredible. One of the best stadiums I've ever seen, if not the best stadium in the world. That SoFi Stadium. It's like nothing I've ever seen when you're inside it. And it was a great atmosphere, that is for sure. And a great way to end the US tour by beating Barcelona 5-3. So big up to all the Arsenal fans, and what a win that was against Barcelona. We sent a real message to people. That's a potential Champions League opponent next season. So we're letting people know we're back. Right, let's briefly talk transfers. I'm going to be honest, there's not a whole lot to talk about today. 2 transfer stories in terms of players coming in. Now, Mohamed Kudus, again, is the one that we're being linked with. We know that Chelsea are interested in him, but Arsenal once again being linked with him. And I think I've been talking about strikers the last few days. And, you know, ideally, yeah, I would like to bring a striker, but I do think we could still do with a bit more competition on that right-hand side for Bukayo Saka. Kudus again being linked with Arsenal today. I think it's pretty clear, we've said it before, Ajax looking for £40 million to do a deal. Are Arsenal willing to pay it? Arteta, I was in the press conference after the game, he said that they've got a squad of 30 at the moment. He said it's unsustainable. They have to cut the squad down. He was asked whether he would bring in more players. He said we're open, but we have to reduce the numbers first. So any transfers coming in, I would expect to slow down until you see a few players go out. Rob Holding has not played a lot on this tour. Following Balogun has not played a lot. Kieran Tierney, you know, we saw Tomiyasu start at left back against Manchester United. We saw Timber start at left back against Barcelona. He doesn't seem to be able to get a start. I would love to keep Tierney. I actually think he's played really well when he's come on. But, you know, Euros at the end of the season, he's not going to want to sit on the bench. He's potentially 3rd or 4th choice left back now, which is incredible to think. And then you've got the likes of Renarsson, Cedric, Lokonga, Tavares, Nicolas Pepe. There's a good 6, 7, 8 players that Arsenal could potentially get rid of before we bring players in. But Mohamed Kudus being linked again, I've said before, I do think we need another player that can play on that right-hand side and give Saka competition. A player that does look like he's going to sign for us in the next few days, though, is Bitelo, the Brazilian centre midfielder from Grêmio. This one getting closer, being confirmed all over social media. £8.5 million from Grêmio. It will then be loaned out due to work permit issues, and then hopefully in a year's time you can bring him back. He's 23 years of age, attacking midfielder from Brazil. And like I said, I don't mind Arsenal going for these hidden gems from Brazil, because every now and then you find a Vinicius or a Gabriel Martinelli, so I got no problem with that. But yeah, that is it for the tour, people. Sure on tour. Sometimes you have to slow down and just reflect and take it all in. It's currently, I'm on my way back to the UK later on today. I'm hearing it's 15 degrees, it's raining, it's windy. You know, I'm on the outskirts of Beverly Hills. Unbelievable out here. It's 35 degrees. Been an incredible tour. Met so many fans. You know, you never think when you set up a channel that you're going to get to experience things like this. Been an absolutely incredible tour. Thank you to everyone that we've met out here. Thank you to everyone who's been tuning in, liking the videos, commenting, just, you know, because the videos have been coming out a lot later. Now, I've got vlogs to come, hopefully a Washington, New York and an LA vlog that's getting edited right now. And yeah, sure on tour, people. It's been an incredible one. I'll be back sometime, probably tomorrow, on the live stream. Looking forward to checking in with the community. The only thing with the pre-recorded stuff, you don't get to connect as much with the community, you know, as the live interaction you get on a live stream. So listen, people, thank you for the support. We'll be back again next year wherever Arsenal go. Sure on tour, signing out from LA, Beverly Hills. I'll see you all tomorrow, people. Bless.